Hello everyone, he said he's trying to drink more water. The only reason why he's drinking more water is he's still hydrated from fucking Friday when he had about a gallon of beer.
I was drinking loads more water the week before. I was preparing for my piss up by drinking 4 or 5 litres of water a day. But yeah, I've noticed that it has made me feel a lot better drinking water. It's mad how it can alter the way that your body functions. I think. I mean, for a start, you piss a lot more, but
yeah, I drink a pint every morning I get up. I've been doing it for years. I have a pint of water. Sometimes I'll put a squeeze of lemon in if you've got any lemon.
Yeah.
But I have a pint of water every morning.
Well, the way they reckon that you should do it is not, because I always used to get up and, like, before I went to work, I'd have 2 pints of water. And I read into it, and they said that you should drink loads of water, but not, like, down in a pint of water. Because that'll just piss out straight away. So what they said was you should drink little and often.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to do. But I find it really, really refreshing. Anyway, my mum hates it. She won't drink water, my mum. She's like, it's horrible.
Yeah, I think it's weird that people won't drink water. My missus doesn't particularly like water. She won't drink it at a push, but she always has to have like a cordial in it or something. Or she buys those flavoured waters. I can't stand those flavoured waters. Apricot and peach.
Yeah, I don't mind like an orange or a black cut like Vimto. That's nice. But I just prefer. I'd probably just have it on its own as opposed to putting that in it. But I do like sparkling water. I
can't stand that. It gives me stomach cramps.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, I get bad stomach cramps off sparkling water.
No, I love sparkling water. I haven't had none for ages, but I like that San Pellegrino.
The only sparkling water I like is the stuff with hops and sugars and stuff in it.
Yeah. Bit of a business switch today, mate. I've got to talk about business-wise because obviously me and you, I had my 3rd year anniversary of my business launch over the weekend. So I've been, Trentside Recruitment's been going for 3 years, which is really cool. It's longer than most jobs I've had. We talked about that, didn't we? I've had 26 or 27 jobs in my life. But I've been doing it for 3 years and it's kept me going, and I've got a lot to be thankful for in regards of that. But what I wanted to talk about, because I think there's a lot on social media now. You can't scroll on Facebook now if you're a businessman or if you're a creative comedian, into property, recruitment, or if you just want to be self-employed. You can't flip past on Facebook without having some guy there going, have you woke up in the morning thinking, I don't want to do this anymore. I can't be bothered to go and work for my boss for 12 hours a day. You can do it all yourself for 10 minutes a day.
I've got to say, you never sounded like Trump or Michael Jackson there.
No. Was that just a good American accent? You know what I'm talking about, I'm sure that some of them are real. You know, there's some. I've taken some really good hints and tips from these people who you'd call gurus or whatever. You know, stuff like your morning routine. They always go on about how you get into a morning routine and don't worry about the things that you can't affect because that you can't do anything about that. So just focus on what you can, action, and all that kind of stuff. But over the last probably 2 or 3 years, I've wasted thousands on. Particularly, there was one affiliate marketing. I call it a scam. Probably, I don't think I can actually call it a scam because there are people making money from it. But it's few and far between. And what that kind of tends to do is, and I'd like, if anyone's had any experiences or disagree with me or agree with me on this, please drop us an email at hello@funnyfarmpod.co.uk. But they tend to you always find that they prey on really vulnerable types. It's not often that you find that these are, and this is why we see them, because we're people that I've probably Googled work from home or affiliate marketing or e-commerce or coaching, how to set up a coaching business, that kind of stuff. And they do tend to prey on people that are looking for it. You don't very often see, like, you know, are you a solicitor earning £150,000 a year? Would you like to swap that out for doing, you know, selling courses online and stuff like that? But I just wonder, like, what I mean. There was one that I did for recruitment, and I got my money back on that one. There was no support. I paid a couple of £1,000, but their main course was $10,000 to do their course, and they gave me, because I was not in a financial position to commit to that, they gave me like just the online learning for a couple of $1,000 or whatever it was. I got my money back because it was just impossible without any kind of coaching or anything like that. I took a few things from it that have worked and that are good, but then there was the affiliate marketing one, and I probably wasted £10,000 on that and have got nothing in return. And I just wondered what your experience of that was, Chaz, and you know what.
Well, the property game is full of loads of them. It's just rife with these gurus. I mean, as you know, I've worked with one, and I've made loads off him. You know, off what he taught me. Then again, you went with it, and it wasn't for you. So not all these programs and courses aren't for everyone, are they? No. I mean, I went with one a few years ago, and it was more to teach me how to use Google Ads, because I like being in control of stuff instead of getting, you know, spending thousands of pounds on an agency. I thought I'd do it myself. My phone's going mad at the moment as well. Recently, I was on. I just hate the way they do this. They'll take the snippets off you. They record most of the sessions that they have with you, and it's when I was doing really well with the program. I'll mention Gary Walker because he's brilliant. As far as I'm concerned, Gary Walker's program is brilliant. It's amazing. It's been amazing for me. But I've been with Gary Walker, and I was smashing it. I was doing 10 deals a month. I was doing 10 grand a month. No problem. I was smashing deals out all over the place. It's brilliant. So I wanted to get more deals in because I thought I could, sell more. So I wanted to work out how to use Google Ads. We're on this guy's course, and it was shit. His program was shit. It was awful. It was shit. I think I paid about 3 or 4 grand for it at the time. It was a shit program, and he's still using. I was on one of these calls. He said, "How's your week been?" And I said, "Oh yeah, I've sold 2 deals." And he's going, "Oh right." So what? I did it through what Gary had taught me, not through what he taught me, but he's been promoting all of his stuff, saying, "Oh, this is Charlie," and I've just found out. And he's still doing it to this day. I even messaged him on Friday saying, if you don't stop it, I'm going to take legal action against you, and I'm going to basically charge you for using my images and whatever else you're using. I'm going to charge you for it. I'm going to charge you like £100 a day. From the last time I asked you, I think last time I asked him was around about the 15th of December to pack it all in. But I've just found out recently he hasn't stopped at all. So I'm not going to name shame at the moment because it could be going legal. But I will do in the future. And I'll put it on here, and I'll throw clips all over the place. And I'm going through a similar situation with another guy at the moment. And again, with that prick, if I don't get my money back off him, because I'm still pursuing you. I hope you're listening, because I'm still pursuing you. I haven't fucking forgotten. You think I've forgotten? Have I? Fuck, I'm still pursuing you, mate. And I'll get you. I'll fucking grab you by the knackers, and I'll get my money back off you. But they think that they can go around and rip people off, but they pick on the wrong fucking people. These people, you know what I mean? So a lot of people, what they sort of like prey on is people just forget about it. Oh, you know what? I've just lost 5 grand. Well, fuck it. Not everybody's like that, unfortunately.
Once they've got your money, that's it. They're just not. They're not asked. It's literally just a transaction to them. Whereas, I'm not saying that. I will hold my hands up and say that I do know that some people have made good money out of the stuff. I will say Gary Walker's course, I did that, and it was relatively inexpensive, to be honest with you. And I think that if I decided to properly go at that, I think I'd make money out of it. It's a good course. And what I liked about his thing, I didn't do well at it, but I thought me and you did a few bits together, and I thought it was gonna pay off, and it actually didn't. But that wasn't down to him. That was down to people just not being very reliable and not coming back to us, and it just kind of fizzled. And in the end, I just thought I've got to focus on something else. But I do think that his course, it's like very simple. It's very much do this, and you should get some results. Not everyone's going to get results like Charlie's just said, but his course was good. So yeah, shout out to him. It was decent. And I think I could earn money by following his teachings if I put 100% into it. I just wasn't in that place. And I don't think my heart was fully in it. It was kind of like, I'm not really that interested in doing rent-to-rent stuff. But yeah, the others, I mean, the recruitment one, they gave me my money back. So, you know, at least they did that. And there was a few nuggets that I picked up. But this other one, you know, it's a hell of a lot of money. They keep emailing me to try and renew me. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, why are you coming back to me? And, you know, it was just, not good. But there's a lot of them out there. So just be aware. You know, if it sounds too good to be true, then 90% of the time, yeah, it's too good to be true. There's no get rich quick out there. You've got to work at it and your own business up, doing something that you enjoy, something that you're good at. Like I say, my business has been really good to me over the last 3 years, and long may that continue. Obviously, I'm branching out and into the entertainment industry, which is what I love, and that's what I want to do moving forward. But yeah, I just thought the reason I've mentioned it is because, and a massive apology to Andrew, who I met on this course. You know, I did say that it was a scam, and it riled you a little bit, and I'm sorry about that if you are listening, because you're still kind of trying to work hard and do something with it, and I wish you the best of luck, because there are people that do come out of the other side. I think, and I don't know why I didn't get this in the first place, I just morally don't feel it's right to pay for a course and then be pushed down a line of affiliate to us and get other people. So you take other people's money who buy the course, and then, you know, the vast majority of that goes to the company, not you. Although the commissions are all right if you do okay with it. But it's selling a course to teach people how to sell a course. Yeah. It just doesn't sit quite right with me. I won't mention any names. You know, I'm not going to like get myself in any bother with that. But yeah, it's just an interesting thing, and it's something that we both experienced, good and bad in.
Yeah.
I mean, these people aren't like, you know, I think Charlie's mentioned a couple of times that since we've started doing the pod, we've got the Funnyfarm Pod Facebook page and TikTok, specifically TikTok. When you start gaining followers on there, you are inundated. I delete so many messages every day from people who are like, "How are you, handsome?" and this and the other.
I just think that they're just enthralled by my good looks.
I don't think they are, if I'm honest. There might be some. I mean, you are an incredibly attractive man. Yeah. And then, you know, quickly within a couple of messages, they're trying to get you onto WhatsApp. And then a couple of messages later, it's like, you know, can you send me some money? I know somebody who's been sending money to people. And, you know, as much as I've said to this person, stop it, it's a scam. It's that realistic that these people can do it now.
Yeah.
The funniest one that I ever heard was an old work colleague of mine, and he was distraught because he'd got emails from somebody saying that they'd hacked into his porn site, and they'd the porn that he was watching And they were,
Oh, yeah, I've had that email. I've had that email a few times.
yeah, I have as well. They were going to send pictures or videos to all of his contact list on his email. Just delete the email. It's not real. It's
Yeah,
not true.
yeah.
You know, and cover your camera up on your phone and that when you're having a wank to porn. That's my tip.
Just fucking watch. Better give a shit. I, I, I walk around naked in the house, opening the curtains.
I don't. And the reason for it is that no one wants to see this naked, mate. Do you know what I
I
mean?
don't give a fuck.
It's
Yeah, I
bad
want to
enough.
get in suzzies, don't I? So,
My body's bad enough in clothes, let alone defrocking and then putting everybody through that, mate. I think the wife
I'm,
wins
I'm
sometimes.
getting a little bit concerned actually because I mention I want to be in suzzies at least once every pod now.
Yeah. You're a very liberal man, aren't you?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm doing a gig in May, if you can get over, mate. It's in Leicester, so it's a bit of a trek for you, but it's in a swinging club, if you fancy it.
I don't think my wife will be too. I'm gonna say I can. I'll be your roadie.
My wife's not too happy about it either, but
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it anyway.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm absolutely loving gigging at the moment, mate. It's like
I know you
unbelievable.
did. You were busy over the weekend, weren't you?
Did 5 gigs last week, man, and you know, I think I got up to Wednesday on the pod, like saying about these gigs, and then I went and MC'd for Debbie Holt in Warsop, which is like an old mining town in the Mansfield
Yeah,
area.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it was just so nice. It was just so good. I got a group of lads on the front. They were on the front row who were quite young, and it turned out they were in a band and this, that, and the other. And I had some good banter with them. And then there was an old boy called Jack who thought it was TV, and he just kept talking to me and stuff. But they were really well behaved when the acts came on because I had one. I might put some clips of it, but it's a really bad. The last time I did it, I opened. And I had this heckler hecklers, if you can put them down and get them to shut up sometimes, but sometimes they just don't shut up. And this guy had got special needs. I feel like I've spoken about it already on the
No,
pod.
no. I've not heard this one.
But he was like, yeah, he got special needs, and he just he came up to me at the end and apologised, but he completely derailed my set. Like it was, I think my set ended well, but it didn't begin well. And then I went back and MC'd this gig the other day. And there was less people in, but it was a cracking lineup of acts. We've got Dan Live opening, who's a good mate of mine. I car share with him all the time. And then Debbie, who runs the gig, did 10:15 in the middle. And Jack King, who's crazy. He's the one who runs the swinging club gig. And he's just a bit mad. And he did really well. And she's not a new act anymore. She's been going a couple of years. Kate Robb, I've booked her for. I think she's done 3 or 4 nights for me already, and like she's doing Orsworth at the end of May, and that's because they've asked for her back. She's done Orsworth 3 times, I think now, so she's opening up, and she's just a real brilliant comedian. She's totally different to a lot of other female comedians on the circuit. I think she's got something different to give, and she's doing really well. So that's going to be great. But it was an awesome night. Debbie runs some nice gigs, and she's getting some newer gigs. There's like a bit of an influx of new promoters on the scene. So Saturday night I did one for Russ Lee, which was in where was it? Gainsborough area. So place called
Lincolnshire, yeah.
Lincolnshire, yeah. And Kimmy Kay was on it, so I car shared with her. She came here and I drove us over there, and that was a lovely chat on the way and a car share with her. And then I opened it. Russ Lee runs the gig, and he's very I think he's very Paul Smith-esque, so he's very good. He's very brutal as an MC. He roasts the crowd, basically. But they absolutely loved it. They absolutely took it on board. And then I opened it, and then Kimmy Kay and Sam Strachan were in the middle. Very, very good, tight material. One of the audience members had took the piss out of Kimmy for wearing Crocs, and she absolutely obliterated him for that.
I would as well. Crocs. I think I saw something about that on social media. Actually, she did mention Crocs. I had
You
to
wear Crocs, don't you?
I love me Crocs. I love me Crocs.
Yeah.
I love them. I just got a new pair.
But yeah, it's good. It's going well, and just loving it. It's just like getting better every time, and every set's different. I end up doing different material like every time. I kind of view who the audience are, and I just kind of make it up as I go along. I've got the stuff there, but it's just like I'll try and tailor it now. And yes, I did about 15, 16 minutes on Saturday, which was dead good. And Russ is booking some good gigs. It's like, but the like refreshing thing about Russ is he just gets newer up and coming comedians on. So like he had the headliner was good. I've known Paul Grace for about 15 years. He's a really good act. He's Lincolnshire based. So yeah, he books gigs as well. So get on him as well on his socials and go and watch some live comedy locally.
You know, your sort of like brush with the celebrity world as such. Was it Joe? Was it Joe who mentioned? I know it was when Joe was on the pod. That there's a gym round by you guys. That is it the Giant from Gladiators used to runs or it's his gym. Is that correct, or was I?
Yeah. So Jamie, his name's Jamie Big. That's his socials. But he
The reason
he used to run. I went to Ilkeston Gym years and years ago, like talking 13, 14 years ago. And I don't think he owned it at that point. I think I've seen him in there, and I met him at Starbucks once. Massive guy. He's huge. He was and obviously then he's now quite famous because he's on or was.
Yeah, my kids were about to say my kids are gutted because he's leaving the Gladiators, isn't he?
I thought he was a brilliant gladiator, mate. And
he came across brilliant. He comes across as a really like approachable guy, really nice. But then I think the excuse from the BBC was that why he's going. It's not that he wants to go. He was sort of like forced to go because his girlfriend's an OnlyFans model. That's what I've heard. I don't know about who it is.
So I've been like watching. It's like almost stalking, isn't it? So I follow Taylor Ryan because she's been on Have a Word quite a few times. In fact, she was on this week's episode. So they talked about. Is she an OnlyFans?
Yeah.
She's an OnlyFans model. Yeah, and she's done some comedy as well. She's
right.
autistic, so she does like a load of comedy about autism and stuff, but. She just comes across like you see her on TV and on Have a Word, and that she just comes across like a really nice, genuine lass, to be fair. And as does Jamie on his socials and stuff. So I've known of him. I actually took a program out with him ages ago where he like worked my diet plan and my training regime and everything.
Okay.
Good for a bit. I mean, obviously it's not. I'm not like him, but Still got a bit of gun about me, but yeah, he's a really nice guy. But there's been like, so I was following them for a while, and it popped up on one of the Have a Word things when it was Adam Rowe's birthday. So there was a picture, and everyone because it was on the social media that Jamie and his wife Katie had broken up and were getting divorced and all that stuff. So obviously, like we're more Jane than me, but like watching the socials, and then all of a sudden it came up on this Have a Word post on Instagram or something at Adam's birthday, and the Giant was there, sat next to Taylor Ryan. So I said to Jane, I wonder if Jamie and Taylor are now together, kind of thing. Sounds like I know them. I don't know them at all. I just follow them on Instagram and stuff. But yeah, so it's come out that, he hasn't said the reason why he's left the Gladiators, but there's been loads and loads of speculation about whether or not it's because Taylor does OnlyFans that the BBC have just basically said you can't come out openly and say that you're in a relationship with her because of that. I mean, and I'm just going to put this out there, but the BBC have supported fucking nonsense for years, and now are saying that a really popular TV personality can't do that now. If this is the truth, can't do that now because they're going out with somebody who's just using her skills and what she's got to make a living. In my head, it's a load of bollocks. But there's been other stuff that's been said about him online as well, about steroid use. But Jamie was open about that on his social media, that he was a professional bodybuilder. He's really good. He's in really good shape, and went from the amateurs into. I followed his career on that a little bit, and he went to the. He was a pro bodybuilder. I think he was before he retired as a bodybuilder, he was going to go and do the Arnold Classic. I'm not sure if he actually ever did that, but that's probably one of the biggest bodybuilding shows in the world. And his physique was unbelievable. I mean, when I saw him, his fucking shoulders are like footballs, mate.
Yeah, a bit like mine.
A bit like yours, yeah.
He modelled his body on me, apparently.
Not quite. He's not quite as big as you. But he's been a massive influencer on the socials for donkey's years. But he always his wife has kind of come out a bit recently, and there's been I think he's been very quiet and not even hinted anything on socials. But quite clearly they were married for 13 years. So she's come out now, and she's quite upset about the fact that this has come out. And they're public, they're in the public eye. And I can't kind of empathise, because it obviously wouldn't happen to people like us. But, for somebody who's got probably millions of views, hundreds of thousands of followers, both of them, Katie and Jamie, to have that now being like a bit of a public breakup and an announcement, that there was an announcement on Instagram that, he is with Taylor Ryan now. It's got to be hard on both of them, I would say. There's lots of mudslinging towards Jamie. And I don't think he's come back. I don't think he's countered it, because, he seems like he's been quite respectful, but I don't know.
I think it's a bit of a fine line, isn't it? Because that's your own personal business, isn't it? You don't want to wash your laundry in the pub, in public view and that. But after saying that, he's courted, hasn't he? He's courted that fame and everything through social media, and everything he's done. So it's a bit of a fine line, isn't it? I don't know. It's like us, isn't it? Us being so famous.
To a very small degree. I mean, what was it the other day? I said Paul McCartney can't sing, and someone said, "What's that specky four-eyed twat going on about?" or something.
What was that? That guy was going on about him. That's what I called him, a dickhead, didn't I, on a post, because he called me a Ferengi. Remember? And he said, "You can't say that because you're in the public domain." I was like, "I'll fucking say what I want to, you prick." I think I responded with,
"It's like you live and die by what you do, don't you? If you are in the public eye in any way, shape, or form, you've got to be careful in a way. But the way that the media and the public can affect your life, if you choose to try and make a career in the public eye. I mean, we've talked about it before, haven't we, with the Caroline Flack situation, Gaza, and all these celebrities that have been deeply kind of affected by the fame that they've got, and it's ended quite badly for a number of people. You have to kind of say, look, if you're going to be one of these trolls that just goes online and does that kind of thing to people, then I guess you've got to be able to live with the fact that if they do something like that, it's a little bit on you. And how sad's your life that all you can be asked to do is go on. And it was quite clear that the situation, in my head anyway, and I'm not in the know, But it was quite clear from stuff I saw online that the BBC have basically said that he needs to quit because his new partner, is an OnlyFans model. That why did people have to come out and start going? It's because he's on steroids. The Gladiators, the BBC have come out openly and said that the Gladiators are tested quite rigorously for doping and all that kind of stuff and steroid use. And it's not that they're not allowed to be on that stuff while they're doing the show.
Yeah.
And there was people trolling him as well, going on about, trolling Gladiators, basically saying that the whole show format is that you've got normal people going on there and basically fighting and competing against people who are up to the hips in juice, steroid use. But let's be honest, some of those people that are competing on Gladiators will have been on some form of steroid or growth hormone or whatever it may well be. Some of them aren't, obviously, but there's some big guys that go on and you're like, well, yeah, it's the same thing. And,
when I applied to go on, they wouldn't let me on because I tested positive for penis enlarger.
Yeah, I know. And you can see it. But yeah, it's... anyone who's got any comments about this, please email us at hello@funnyfarmpod.co.uk. Obviously, this is an invitation. If you want to come on and chat to us, Jamie, we'd be very happy to. I did actually reach out to you a while back to say, we're local. I'm Trowell, and you're an Ilkeston lad. If you want to come on the pod and chat about stuff, more than happy to. We don't get many people watching us, so it won't do your career any good.
It won't do it any harm either.
It might do ours some good. So, equally to anyone else who's involved in that situation, we would love to get guests on and talk to some people about contentious stuff like this. I just say, obviously from my perspective, I hope Katie is okay and moves on and is well, and I wish the Giant, Jamie and Taylor the best. You've got to go with your heart, haven't you? You've got to do what makes you happy at the end of the day.
I had a mate go back to the Gladiators when it was on years ago. I had a mate who he went to school with Eunice. Remember Eunice, a Scouse girl? She's just smashed Gladiator. I think she's really good, big in Hollywood and all that now, because she's a stunt girl or whatever. So she trains them now, I think. But because he went to school with her, he was like her fucking best mate. Oh, I know it. It's like, and it was like he was did me head in for fucking months until she went through the whole thing, the whole program finished. Like, I know it, fucking, and it was just like he didn't. I was.
Yeah, I don't know any of these people. I've never really said hello to Jamie once in a fucking queue to Starbucks. I think you kind of get, when you follow people on social media, and I've kind of followed Jamie for years. I was always interested in what he was doing. Some of his videos are really good. He gives a lot of content on there about fitness and health and everything. And it was just great when he got the gig on Gladiators. It was just so nice. I thought that's because he works really hard as well. I think you can tell that he's a hard worker.
I think we need to tweak Diabetic Corner, don't we?
Tweak Diabetic Corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just promote biscuits and eating challenges, don't we? Yeah. But the best of luck to people. It's one of them. Anyway, we have done 30 odd minutes there, so chatting shit again about random shit.
It's been a bit deep. It's been a bit deep the last couple of pods. They've been a bit deep, I think.
Yeah, this will be coming out on Friday, so we won't see you tomorrow. We'll see you on Monday. Please drop us a message if you've got any opinions on anything we've talked about today. hello@funnyfarmpod.co.uk. Absolutely, if you do manage to see any of these clips or anything, give us an email, Jamie, and come on and have a chat with us. That's not going to happen, but that'd be lovely. Please follow me on my socials. I'm posting a lot more stuff on my comedy stuff. It's Chris Richmond on Facebook and Chris Rich Comedian on Instagram and TikTok. So please add us. And
Cheers, guys.
We'll see you on Monday. Love you all. Goodbye.